Happy afternoon, children. We are back into the next session. What is the exercise we were seeing in previous class? It was grammar, which is given in page number 46. The grammar part which is given in page number 46 is reported speech. Reported speech, where we have seen some tips how to convert direct speech into an indirect speech. Followed to that, I have given you some of the notes and I ask you to take it down in your classwork notebook. There are some criteria how to change the direct speech into indirect speech. And this is the book back exercise of prose lesson 3. What's the title of the prose lesson 3? It is Glimpses of the Past. Shall we get into today's session then? Here I have given you an image which describes direct and indirect speech in a good way. See to the first example, I play baseball with my friends. A girl is saying that I play baseball with my friends. The other girl is asking, what did she say? And you can see one more girl over here who is converting, who is transforming the sentence, and she is conveying it to the second girl. How she conveys? She said that she plays baseball with her friends. Are you able to get the essence of direct and indirect speech now? The actual words of girl 1 is transformed, is converted by girl 3, and this is called indirect speech and it is conveyed to the other girl. Are you clear with this now? So this is what you have to understand, how the actual words of the speaker is transformed or how the actual words of the speaker is converted. This is the exercise we were seeing, how the actual words of the speaker is transformed according to the convenience or how it can be delivered in a right way. That is called direct and indirect speech. Here I have given you an example. You can read it on your own. Come to the next type. What is the next thing which we are going to see? This is a recap of previous session. In previous class, I told you what is called narration, and even I gave you this statement to define what is narration. What is narration? Act of reporting the words of the speaker is called narration. What is called narration, children? Act of reporting the words of the speaker, the actual words, the original words of the speaker is called narration. And the exercise which is given in your textbook, it is given in a narrative form. It is given like a conversation in page number 46. That you can see in your textbook. So this is the recap of previous session. I have already defined you what is called narration with the same definition. What is called narration? Narration is an act of reporting the words of the speaker. And there are two ways in reporting the words of the speaker. What are those two ways? It is called direct speech and indirect speech. What are the two ways of reporting the actual words of the speaker? It is called direct speech and the other one is called indirect speech. Are you clear with this? We can report it either in the direct form or we can report it in the indirect form. Come to the next thing now. I have given you notes. Okay, I have given you the rules. What are the areas I have covered over there? Have you taken down notes? Have you taken down the rules? Do you have your classwork notebook in hand now? Do you have your classwork notebook in hand? Shall we go through the rules which I gave you to transform direct speech into indirect speech? Are you ready with your classwork notebook? Okay. To start with that, what are the areas I have given you? You have to be clear with the concepts of change of tense. What are the things you have to be clear with? You have to be clear with the change in tense and the change in pronoun and the change in the words of denoting nearness. Next comes use of conjunction and the use of reporting verbs. See children, here to make it very clear, I'll tell you what is called change of tense. These are the concepts which I made clear. Change of tense. Change of tense is if the sentence is given in present tense, you can write it in the same present tense. But you can see if the sentence is given in past tense, that should be changed to past perfect tense. Are you clear? If the sentence is given in present tense, simple present tense, it can be written with the same simple present tense. Make a note of it. Change of tense. If the sentence is given in simple present tense, it can be written with the same simple present tense. Or if the sentence is given in past tense, you have to convert that into past perfect tense. Next comes change of pronouns. Okay. What is called change of pronouns? As we have seen already, you know, first person, second person and third person. Instead of using a noun, we will use a pronoun. What is first person singular? I. First person plural? It is we. Second person singular and plural? It is you. Okay. And third person, you know, it is third person singular, he, she, it. Third person plural, they. So these are the things you have to be clear. When you change that, you have to change the pronoun. This will become easy to you when you go through some examples. That is what we are going to do in today's class. What we are going to do? We are going to convert the sentences. When we convert the sentences, you will be able to get all these ideas. Next comes change of words denoting nearness. What is this called? Change of words denoting nearness. This is changed to that. Today is changed to that day. Yesterday, previous day. Tomorrow, the day after. Here, the word is changed to there. So these are the change of words denoting nearness. Next comes use of conjunction. What are the conjunctions we will use? We will use a conjunction called that. We will use the conjunction called if for whether. Okay. So in case of assertive statement, I have already given you children in case of assertive statement, and in case of, you can see, imperative statement, you are using conjunction. Whereas in interrogative statement, you will not make use of conjunction. The WH question itself is used as a conjunction over there. Next comes use of reporting verbs. What is called use of reporting verbs? Use of reporting verbs? Okay. You make use of the word called said, asked, exclaimed, remarked. All those words is called use of reporting verbs. These are the concepts you have to be clear with in order to convert all this direct speech into indirect speech. And I have already given you notes regarding this. I have asked you to take it down in your classwork notebook. Do it carefully so that it will help you to change the sentences. Come to the next slide now. What I have given you in next slide. See here, you can find out. She said to me, I am playing. I have given you a example sentence. She said to me, I am playing. How this sentence can be transformed into indirect speech? She said to me that she was playing. Are you able to get the sentence now? She said to me, I am playing. When you convert that into indirect speech, you can say, she said to me that she was playing. You can notice the change in pronoun. I is changed to she. Okay. And here, am playing is changed to was playing. And we have added a conjunction over here. Be clear, children. What is this that called? This that is called conjunction. And we have changed the pronoun. We have changed the pronoun. What is the pronoun we have changed? I is changed to she. And we have changed am playing, the verb, into was playing. We have changed the verb or not? So you have to be very clear in all these aspects. Come to the next sentence now. Teacher said to Suresh, don't waste your time. What is the sentence? Read it out again. Teacher said to Suresh, don't waste your time. So here you can see the teacher advised Suresh not to waste his time. What is the statement? How they have changed it? The teacher advised Suresh not to waste his time. So here you can see that we have made use of a reporting verb. Underline the word advised and write it as reporting verb. What you are going to write it there? Reporting verb. The teacher advised Suresh not to waste his time. Is it clear? Instead of this word don't, we are making use of the verb not to. So far I have told you what is this that called as conjunction. And here there is a change in pronoun and a change in tense. Are you making a note of this? Okay, come to the next sentence. The teacher advised. What is this advised called as? Reporting verb. Then you will have a question. Ma'am, do we have reporting verb here? Yes, we have. What is that? Said to me is itself is a reporting verb. Said to me. Okay, said. Said to is a reporting verb. Said to is a reporting verb. Here what is a reporting verb? Advised is the reporting verb. Are you able to get what is called reporting verb now? And have you got the understanding how we changed the tense over here? How we added the conjunction over here? Little by little, only after practicing, things will become easy for you children. Is it clear? You have to practice a lot. Only if you practice a lot, things will become clear for you. Followed by this video, I'll send you some worksheets to be answered. Get ready to answer the worksheets and take down all these examples. Is it clear for you? Come to the next sentence now. Ram said to Sam, how was your trip to Switzerland? Ram said to Sam, how was your trip to Switzerland? See, I am giving you different kinds of sentences. First, I gave you assertive. Next, you can see I gave you an imperative type of sentence. Here, I am giving you an interrogative type of sentence. Ram said to Sam, how was your trip to Switzerland? Here you can write it down. Ram asked Sam how his trip to Switzerland was. See how we have written the sentence? What is the reporting verb? Asked is the reporting verb. Ram asked Sam how his trip to Switzerland was. See, this was verb we are using at the end. This is the way you have to frame the question. Look at the way you have to frame the question. Ram asked Sam how his trip to Switzerland was. This is the way you have to frame the question. We have seen three types of sentences. This is interrogative. Interrogative means it is like a question. Make a note of it, interrogative. And here we have seen an imperative type of statements. Imperative type of statements. Here it is assertive. Plain statement. Okay, it is an assertive statement. This is imperative statement. This is interrogative statement. I am giving you different sort of examples to make things clear. Make a note of it so that this grammar part